Hi everyone, Esther here from Esther Astro Healing. I decided to make this video last moment about two very important events. It's coming for the next few days. We have Mars direct in 21 degree in Pisces, so he's going to really trigger a lot of our reactive system, and as well how we feel and how we see situation. So he's going to be really intense, more than even before. Plus, we have a new moon, and it's a new moon according to sidereal and Babylonian astrology. It's new moon in Libra, but in few days, the next day, right away, transfer to Scorpio. So it's going to be really intense. It's really unique, unusual new moon, and we're going to really feel energy, especially this new moon. I'm going to show you right now screen as always, so you can see exactly what's happened. And then by end of this video, we're going to do some special prayer, which is specially designed by King David, the Psalms of David, for new moon, for blessing of the new moon. So I hope this can help you to ease this energy and to connect to the higher understanding and blessings of what really was given to us from the Creator. And this is prayers. It has tremendous energy, and angels love when we do prayers, and especially Psalms of David. I hope you can benefit from this information. So now I'm going to share with you screen so you can see what's happening in the sky. So this is the sky for November 14. So as I mentioned before, Mars is going direct in the 21 degrees in Pisces. So let me show you where beautiful Mars. Okay, so it's in 21 degrees in Pisces. And don't forget, he's in the 8th house, and he's in the Pisces. So he's he's in house of transformation, right? So right now, let's look well, new moon. So new moon, almost exact degree on 28 degree and 29 degree in Libra. And if I'm going to right now move one day, you can see this new moon will be transferred right away to Scorpio. And it's in the 4th house. And as well, it's in the same house with the South Node, which is called Ketu. And it's malefic because the South Node is represent our tikkun, our correction. So we're going to really feel this energy, and it's in the inside of the house of home, right? So we have in Scorpio. Now, Scorpio is well represented by Mars and represented by Pluto. We can see the Pluto, it's still in Sagittarius, and it's in last degree, which is a trigger kind of negative trace of Sagittarius. The self-righteous, the opinionated, want to be outspoken and want to be heard, and, to be accepted. And what's happened right now, all this energy, it's going to be very intense. I'm just right now warning you. I'm not here to create drama for no reason, but you need to understand what's happened cosmically. And look where it's touching, right away, new moon touching is going through the heart of Scorpio. Now, heart of Scorpio as well has a psychic and healing ability. So we really need to in tune with our inner self, with our higher self, and you see the moon really invisible. So it doesn't have much energy and much light. And I'm going to share with you after some really awesome information was provided by one of the righteous scholar at Sadiq. And I'm going to provide you with information what is really how we bless the new moon, a little bit in a short explanation. So hopefully this information will help you. Now, I want to really bring to your attention why I'm pointing out in the 4th house. 4th house is our home. Don't forget, we're all at home right now. And I can't stress enough, I want really to discuss right now the dynamics you have at home and what's happened with kids. Because kids right now going through really difficult time. They're observing us. They see how we experience the difficulties, how we experience stress, and how we react to certain situations, especially what's happening right now outside in the world politically. Do not discuss with your kids and judge any situation in a negative light. This is how kids learn, and this is who we're creating right now, our future generation, and people who's going to run our countries and this world. So right now it's the most intense but most amazing time for you as a parent and as a spouse for each other, not just kids, Anyone who you live in a house, your friends, your parents, your siblings, everyone who around you, you need to take really stepped out and instead to, to prove your point and to, to be self-righteous, just try to show people how much you care about how they feel, how what they think. It's extremely important because look at this, we have a karmic knot inside on the new moon. So for the next few days, the whole months, I would say just hold on this month and December. Next year is going to be easier. It's going to have his own unique combination next year, but it's not going to be like what we went through right now. We're going to be more prepared. We're going to have more muscle, so to say. So right now for the next few days, because it's the seed level of an energy of the whole month, just zoom out. Just don't be too much involved. Don't get to any conflict conversation. And perhaps take your family, your kids to nature, go meditate, have a good conversation, read books together. Just completely check out from what's happened in the world in the sense of don't bring chaos inside of your home. There's a reason why we have new moon in the fourth house. And what is the moon? Moon, it's nourishment. It's in his own house, in a sense, if you think, but in this intense house, house of Scorpio. So we right away on Sunday, it's going to be in Libra. And again, in Libra in 29 degree, it's collective, the whole intense energy of the sign of Libra. And then right away, it's entering to completely different energy of Scorpio. So we're all going to feel that. I'm warning you right now in a good way. Just be aware, be prepared, put in front of you all your knowledge, your wisdom, everything inside of you, and be the righteous person in your family. Just be the real leader. Do not, do not put anyone down. Do not create any energy, because remember, we are all full of energy. We are magnetic field. Whatever we create, this is exactly we're gonna attract to us like a magnets. So our kids, they're observing us. So if you love your kids, and I'm sure you do, if you love your spouse, if you love your family, real love, it's the real nourishment, and not to be self-righteous. Okay, so it's really, really important. As I promised, another thing I just want to show you about the Mars. You see the Mars right now, he's in the 21 degree, and it's in Pisces, and it's in the 8th house, and it's house of transformation. This is the house of Scorpio, and Mars belongs to Scorpio, right? And Pluto as well. So it's really a lot of energy right now for us to deal with on top of everything what's happening. So definitely, it's a good idea to study and good idea to elevate your consciousness, continue and to refresh your memory from the place where you came from, the high soul you are, and don't forget why you come back to this dimension in the first place. Everything what we're going through, we signed for it, we ask for it, we're blessed by being here right now, our time. There's a lot of souls in upper level right now envy us, and they cheers for us, and we have a lot of support from above, but nobody here is going to do our work. We are the only one who can do the work we need to do. So another thing I want to bring to your attention, it's Saturn. Now, Saturn, as you can see in Capricorn, in his own place, and it's what's really important about Saturn as well, because we're entering right now Shabbat, Saturday, and Saturn Shabtai in Hebrew, it represents Saturday. So tomorrow, really good idea for you to study, to not don't talk about politics, do not talk any problems on Saturday. Just really have a nice lunch, dinner with your family, have a nice nice conversations. Try to create, you are the one who can create environment in your family, nobody else. Do not let anything, any negativity from outside to come inside of your home and to create the environment. It's not, you don't even want to, but somehow you been slave of it, right? So Saturn is really important planet. It's the planet which doesn't like any nonsense. It's planet of restriction, planet of hard work, and it's planet of truth in the real intention. So I just really want to bring this intention to your attention. And with regards to Venus, the good news, in few days, Venus is going to move to Libra. So it's going to be much easier on us. I'm going to discuss next week about the end of the week, and as well the solar and lunar eclipse that's upcoming. And it's, by the way, in the very special star of Spica. So this is another thing for us to remember. So we do have support. And this is what I want to tell you with regards to what's happening right now in the sky. And as I promised, I want to share with you really awesome information then which is connected to Birkat Levana. So Birkat Levana in Hebrew, it's a blessing of the new moon. And one of my favorite tzaddikim, righteous people, it's Rabbi Yosef Chaim of Baghdad, the Ben Ish Chai. He has really one of my favorite books of Alachot. Alacha is law, the spiritual Jewish law and Kabbalistic law. And what's really amazing about Kabbalists, they never took any challenge or anything and as reality. They always knew the illusion of the chaos, because light doesn't have any darkness. Light is pure light. So we need to really differentiate and separate what is the reality and what is the darkness, and not to give too much energy. And always, this is the time how to be really movie director and not the actor. Do not involve. Sometimes not to do, it's actually best to do. So the Ben Ish Chai, he used to live in 18th century. He left in 1835, and he left this physical dimension in 1909. So his teaching is a tremendous teaching, and this is what he explained about the new moon. What is the structure we should apply for the new moon? And this is what he's saying. You should recite Birkat HaLevana, the blessing of the new moon, with joy and careful enunciation, for it is a greeting of Shekhinah. Shekhinah, it's in Hebrew, is the feminine side of Creator. Pious men and Torah scholar and Kabbalist have a custom to immerse himself in mikveh on the day prior to the blessing of the new moon. And this is the good custom, in particularly one had marital relationship. If you were fasting during the day, you should taste something before reciting the blessing of the new moon. Do not recite the blessing until it's total nightfall, and light of the moon may clearly descend on the ground. So it needs to be really clear sky in order to see and to look at the new moon and to bless new moon. 7 full days must escape after the moled before recite Birkat Levana, the blessing of the new moon. Those are the 7 days, is the seven sfirot. And the 7 particular sfirot start not from Chesed, they start actually from Keter. In Keter, it's crown, Chokhmah, wisdom, Bina, understanding, that knowledge, Chesed, loving kind, Gvura, restraint, Tiferet, harmony. If cloud or even thin cloud is covered the moon, do not recite the blessing. You may recite the blessing all night long, even after Chatzot, which is midnight. Keep your feet together, as when recite the Amidah prayer, the same as you recite Amidah prayer. And when you're saying the blessings, it's actually from Psalms of David number 8. And we're going to read this. I'm going to put on screen. You always can do a screenshot. And during the next few days, I really recommend for you to connect to this Psalms of David. And even when it's going to be new moon, you can come outside, look at the new moon, and recite your eyes. And then what it says, as soon you're going to start this blessing, you can no longer look at the moon anymore. And what else recommend, if possible for you, when you're going to stand, find the place directly you stand on the earth, not on the concrete or any stone. So it's actually, this is what he, however, from the moment that you start saying the bracha prayer, you must not look again at the new moon. Okay, so some of you probably familiar with this information. For some of you, it's the first time you can hear this information. Nevertheless, what's really, really important for us, not just to get information, we are powerful being. And what I love about Kabbalists, they were very practical spiritual people. They understood that we need to be in charge of the matter. We cannot let matter to influence us. In order for us to do that, we need to understand, we need to be free. with level of restriction, because law of creation, it's without restriction, without law. If you look at the sky, each star has his own space and knows his space. There is no chaos in the star, but in the same time, everything free. So this is the contradiction about spirituality. We're free with the restriction. With the freedom, illusion of freedom, some people think, and anarchy, it has nothing to do with freedom, it's chaos. So while you want to be free, the liberty of the soul, you need to understand the law of creation. This is the key. I'm going to pull right now on the screen the Psalms of David. So we're going to read together. And as I said before, if you want to, let me just, I will going to minimize after, so you can use this during the next few days. Okay, so the way how it starts. Liminatzeach al ha-gidat. I'm gonna follow here. Liminatzeach al ha-gidat mizmor leDavid. Adonai Adoneinu ma adir shimcha bechol haaretz asher hanat tana hodecha al hashamayim mipi עולמים, עוללים ועמקים יסדתה עוז, למען צורך להשבית אויב ומתנקם. כי אראה שמך מעשה אצבעתך, ירח וכוכבים אשר כוננת. מה אנושי כי תזכרנו, ובן אדם כי תפקדנו, ותסרעהו מת מאלוהים וכבוד והדר תעטרהו תמשלהו במעשה ידיך כל שתה תחת רגליו. צונא ואלפים כולם וגם בהמות שדי. ציפור שמיים ודגי הים, עובר הרוחות ימים, אדוני אדוננו, מה אדיר שמך בכל הארץ. How beautiful it is. And you can see as well, I put for you in English too. So you can definitely read the translation as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pause this way. So if you want to do the screenshot, you're welcome to do the screenshot. And on the evening of the new moon, on Sunday night, you can go outside, and if sky clear, you can use this prayer and look at the moon, and let's pray the sky will be clear so we can have a opportunity to bless new moon. By the way, to blessing the new moon is the first precept was given by Creator to people of Israel. So you need to ask yourself question, why was one of the first laws, precepts was given to us is the blessing of the new moon. So it's extremely important. So the way how we start, how we're going to behave for the next few days, it's going to determine a lot of things for the months to come. So I want to wish all of you many blessings. Those of us who celebrate Saturday, Shabbat Shalom, and just connect to your higher self. Just try to awaken the righteous soul you have inside of you and make right decisions. Okay, all the best. Bye-bye.